Hi everyone, this is Marcia. Today I'm going to do the tutorial for the red, white, and blue linear earrings. These right here. I had a request to do them a while back, and my apologies for not getting this out sooner. I hope the lady that wanted this video is still interested and will benefit from it. So let's go over what we're going to need for these earrings. Of course, we're going to need Super Duo, 2 whole beads. I was going to do black and white to match the bracelet that I made, but I'm going to stick with the theme and do the red, white, and blue. So you're going to need, each earring is going to need 11 of each color if you do these. So you'll need 11 red, 11 white, 11 blue, 66 or 22 of each color for a pair. You're also going to need 11 seed beads, and I'm using the Miyuki silver lined crystal, and I'm using wire guardians at the top of my earrings, and I use along that edge, along that track, 15 O's. So you'll need 15 O, and these are Miyuki silver line crystal. So same bead, just smaller. We're going to need thread, and as always I use the Wildfire. It is 0.006, and I'm using the Frost, which is a white. I'm using, I believe I have a size 12 beading needle, but you can use it 10, 11, 12, whatever that you're comfortable with. And I've already threaded this needle with about 1 yard of thread. I don't think you'll need much more than that. I usually take a wingspan, but I think that might be too much. What else? You need ear wires, and I didn't have any ear wires at the time I made these, and I just fashioned a pair out of sterling silver wire, but today I'm using silver plated for the demonstration, and the wire guardian. So you need a pair of those. That's optional. You do not have to use that. If you don't use the wire guardian, you can just make a loop with the seed beads on the end to attach to your ear wire. And we'll need scissors to cut the thread. I've already threaded my needle, so I may not even need these, but at the end, when we attach the drop to the ear wire, you're going to need a pair of pliers to open up the ring on the ear wire. So let's move away anything we don't need, and let's get started. Alrighty, I have just my beads here, and I zoomed in a little bit. Hopefully it will be clear for you to see what I am doing. I'm going to try to stay in frame. No promises though, because this is really hard to, for me anyway, to work with the beads and stay in frame. So anyway, we're going to start with the red beads. We're going to turn these into a circle. I said you needed 11 of each color, but we're going to start with the first ring, adding 10 of your 11 beads. And we'll be adding that 11th bead later on, but we're not going to put that on right now. So just leave a small tail, probably 4 to 6 inches, and then come around and go right back through those same beads through the same holes. We're still working on the inner circle. This is just going to reinforce it. Yes. Now to truly turn this into a circle, we have to connect both ends. So come around and go through that first bead, same hole that you came out, that you've been going through, one more time, and that will cinch it all up. There you go. Alrighty, what we're going to do is step up or move to the outer hole. So by doing that, you're coming out of the bottom hole and you just advance to the top. So just go from one hole to the next, and that puts you in position to work around the outside edge. I'm going to pick up an 11/0, and I'm going to go down or through the 2 super duo beads, and I'm going to do that 3 more times. So we're going to add a total of 4 11/0 seed beads. Okay, so we've got our 4 11/0 seed beads in between these super duo beads, and then we're going to advance to the next color, and what we want to do is pick up 1 white not the blue. Okay, and this will replace the 11/0 seed bead and also set us up for the next round, which will be white. And from here on this side, we're going to do the same as on the other side and add our 11/0 seed beads. 4 in total. That's a 15/0. Yep, I got them mixed up. Yeah, that's an 11/0. And one more. Okay. And this is when we're going to pick up that 11th super duo bead, and we're going to put it through the next super duo bead, and I'm going to go right through the seed beads. That creates our first unit, and we already have our first bead of our next round. So we're going to work our way back down to that white super duo bead so we can continue on. Go through the red and go through the white. Like that. Oops. It is hard not to move toward myself, so I have to be mindful of being in frame. Well, you know what, we could do it from the outside. I didn't do that before. No, I'm going to move. I'm going to advance to the outside or the bottom hole of the super duo, and I'm going to work from the inside out, because it might get too tight and I might be hating life if I do it otherwise, because this is how I did it. So we have that one, and we're going to pick up all or the remaining 10 white beads. I didn't say this, but don't forget to check the holes of your beads before you start, because it has happened to me, and it's no fun when you have to go back and either try to open up that hole, or if you can't, and sometimes you can't, it is so packed that you end up having to undo the work that you've done in order to get rid of that one bead. So, okay, so we have our remaining 10 beads, and we're going to go right back through that bead, that hole that we came out of, and turn this into a circle. Okay, and I'm going to keep these, I'm not going to get real tight right now because I want to go back through all of those same holes. And they're wobbly, they're hard. Okay, I might have to do this one at a time, but I hope not. Let me do this, I think maybe. Okay, I think we can get several here. And then the last few. Yeah, otherwise, you know, this design is already floppy. It's a floppy design, you know, but going around all of the beads again, it does help a little bit in stabilizing it. Okay, now just kind of play with it, pull it and pull it again, and sometimes you have to pull it out to get it to tighten up. So, okay, well, these are all straightened out as okay, now I've got to go back. I did exactly what I did not want to do. Okay, let's go. We'll work this together. Okay, I have to go out of that bead, back out of this bead. Okay, let me give me a minute and let me correct this. See what happened there? I picked up the second hole, and that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to go back through that to undo it, and then I'm going to go through that first hole, only the first hole that we've already been through. So we're just doing a second pass through those beads, and that tail thread is a problem. So, and then we're going to go back through that first bead, and hopefully we should be good. So we have our second unit done. I'm going to advance through the next hole, go up. So I'm going to go up this next hole. So we're going to pick up an 11-0, and we're going to add it in between. And don't get your finger caught in the thread in between. And we're only going to be adding 3 to this side to get us in position where we need to be. And that's right here. So we can add our next super duo for the next row. Okay. And then we're going to we're going to add our 11-0s to this side, just like we did on the other side. And on this side, we will be adding all 4. Okay. There's 4. Whoops. I tell you, it's so easy to get caught up in that thread. This tail thread is always a problem. Actually, we really could get rid of it. You just add a needle to the end of that and work it around. I'm going to hold off though. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to see if I can use any of it to add the clasp. Maybe I should have left more on that end, and that's what I could have done, but didn't think about it. Okay, so now, so we are here. I guess I will just go through the top of that white bead. And then we're going to go through this. Get in focus. Okay, we're going to go through that white bead, and we're going to add that last 11-0 to this side, and then go through all of the beads on this side, including the 11-0s. Get us back down to this. To this, I don't know, I get lost in thought and I don't finish the sentence, but we need to get back to this blue super duo beads so we can finish that round and finish our earring. Okay, so maybe I can get through. Can I get through both of them? No. So I'll go through one at a time. So go through that bottom hole of that blue super duo, and then up the other hole to take us to the outside so we can add our blue beads. So that's what you want to do. Take all of your blue beads and drop them down, and of course we're going to turn those into our circle. And my bead mat is moving around. I've ordered bead mats, new bead mats, and I ordered a silicone mat, so maybe one will stick to the other and I won't have all this shifting. Alrighty, so we've got the blue beads on, and we're going to go back through that bottom hole of that first bead that we put on. And as we did before, we're going to go around all of those beads again through the same holes. It can be a little awkward, but just take your time. Okay, go through all of those. And got a few more. Okay. I'm going to go back through that. Sorry, yes, the hands are in the way. Sorry. And okay, just wiggle it and make sure you got both rounds of thread snug. And then, as in the previous round, I'm going to go one more. Actually, I'm going to go through two more of the blue beads. We're going to start adding our 11-0 seed beads. Oh, I didn't step up. That's why it looks crazy. Well, I'm making all kinds of mistakes that in case if you ever do the same thing, now you know how to get out of it. Okay, let's get this bead off. I was going to say, why does that look so funny? And this bead looks small because I have my 11-0s and my 15-0s mixed up together. That was a 15-0. Alrighty, that's what we need. We need to step up. Need to step up here. Need to step up my game. Okay, now we're on the outside. Now we can start adding these 15-0s. My goodness, I tell you. I guess if I did this more often, it wouldn't seem like such a challenge. But hey, we all make mistakes. I don't care how long you've been doing this. Mistakes can happen, and I think I've said this before, you just don't get upset. Just, you can always take it apart if it's that bad. Of course, this is a simple project. You don't want to make mistakes right near the end of a very elaborate project. That would be very frustrating, but I'm just saying, if you make a mistake, you can fix it. So, oops. Okay, we got one more. Okay, goodness gracious. Okay. And then we're going to go through the top hole of that center bead right there, and through the top of the next bead. And we're going to, oh, I don't know, should I have 8 of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Never mind, I'm supposed to have 9. Because we're not putting a super doer at that end, I was going to say, wait a minute, I have 1 too many seed beads. I don't. I am good to go. Okay, so we're going to have 2. I advanced one more than I needed to in the beginning, and that just threw me. But we are good. This is what we've got. I'm going to work around, and I'm going to get myself back up to this red bead. And I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll meet you back up here, right at this bead. Right. I worked my way back up to this one red bead. I think I'm going to go through that bottom bead as well. And then we are going to start adding the embellishment for the ear wire. So I think I'm going to use 15-0s on this one. I don't remember what I used. Yes, I used 15-0s on the other earring. So I'm going to pick up 3. Three 15-0s. And then I'm going to go back through the top hole of that top super duo. Okay. So I'm coming out of here. Now we're going to pick up one of our wire guardians and go through the one side, right? Drop that down, and I'm going to pick up 7. I believe I used 7. Okay, as you can see, I have 3, 6, 7 of the 15-0 seed beads. I'm going to drop those down, and then I'm going to go through the other side of the wire guardian. All right. And then I'm going to go through the top, just the top hole of the super duo bead. Why does this always get twisted? So there you have the 7. So I'm going to pick up 3 more of the 15-0s. And then I'm going to go down the, if I can get in there, down the bottom hole of that super dura bead. And that's what you'll have. And I'm going to flip my work, and then I'm going to go back up the 15-0s on the other side. Oh my goodness, they're so small. I meant to put my magnifiers on. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, well, I made it through 2. Pull that tight. So I've got through those 3, and then you want to go back up that wire guardian. Then you want to go back through, focus, come on. Then you want to go back through all of those 7 that you put around the top of the wire guardian. Yes, next time I'm going to wear my magnifiers. Oh, 7 seems like it's not enough. Maybe I should have done 8. Okay, and then let's go back down the other side of the wire guardian. Hopefully I can. There we go. And pull that all nice and tight. And straighten those out and make sure they're laying properly. And we're done. We're done with the thread. Let's go back through. We probably could reinforce that one more time. Of course, go around and around, work off some of your thread, then cut it off. Just follow the thread path, going back through the beads. It will also stabilize it a little bit. I'm not going to take the time to do that because I think this is probably running a little longer than I want it to anyway, but I'm going to show you. Just take your plier and push or pull to the side. Open up your ring on your earring. And put your drop on and close it up. And there you go. Your earring is done. And of course, you will just repeat that for the other earring. So I still have this tutorial to do. I need to probably chart this out because I really don't remember. It looks like it would be easy enough, but I know that's not the case. So I might have to color chart this out before I do the video, but this one will be coming soon, hopefully before the 4th. I'll try to get it out before the end of the month, but look forward to that. That's it. That's it for this earring. I hope you all have a good day, and we'll see you on the next video. So until then, bye-bye.